Hey, what's up everyone? Watch this video here for Thursday, which is the last day this week. The market's closed on Friday. So for Thursday, July 2nd, showing you the SPY here. Pretty narrow daily range. Didn't really stop us in chat from having the great teamwork and some great calls. I'll slide this one over real quick. Workhorse, WKHS. Had it on the watch list. For no other reason, it's a recent high flyer. I drew this line here to show you the early high of day. It sells off. Comes in and puts in a cup and handle, and that's the post I put in chat. Cup and handle setup, try over 1665 with high of day just 20 cents above that. You know we love stat catalyst. So there's the break and there's the high of day. We got the high of day break and then a flag at 17. I think it went to 1701 or 1702 and then flagged, and that's why I called the second mouse, which means back through 17. So it was a couple ideas, and that one didn't look back at all, that 17 entry. And then I'll fast forward to now, because that was just a screenshot in time today, 5-minute candles, and right here is that cup and handle I talked about. Hang on, I've got extended hours on there. You'd think I'd remember to switch that, right? All right, there's the cup and handle. There's the one entry I talked about right there, and then the second mouse was through 17 there, which it never revisited. And actually in after hours right now, it's trading at 2040. I said this was one worth watching in after hours. By the way, those of you trading SRNE are looking to take that 7 break during the market. So the market closes, and then SRNE finally breaks 7. I think Wayne caught it. I know I caught it. I'm talking about after hours. It broke 7 and actually ended up going over 760. It's trading at 740 right now, but I nailed that. I got filled right at 7 in after hours, and it really never looked back from that. So I had a nice after hours trade. Sometimes it's worth hanging out in after hours, but anyway. To the day. By the way, Wayne made a great call on Beyond Meat this morning too, a $2 or $3 move after his entry. All right, so let's go back to Workhorse, WKHS. Now this is the definition of extended, but today gapped down, sold off, and then ends up ripping and taking out yesterday's high. I mean, again, you've just got a short squeeze going on. It's trading at 2050 right now in after hours. So it's certainly worth watching tomorrow, but one of my least favorite because it's just, I mean, the volume is insane on the thing. And now it's really, really extended. But who knows? Maybe it gives another A+ setup. I would have thought today it wouldn't, and it did, right? EKSO, this is on the watch list just because it's a recent high flyer and had that big move yesterday. But a lot of people from yesterday now, a lot of longs underwater because it didn't really hold up very well today. Still going to keep it on a watch list. Keep in mind, I'm in cash every night, and then I trade intraday A+ setups from the watch list that you're watching that I'm putting out right now, plus morning gappers. So that's all this is, the list of stocks I'm going to be watching intraday for a trade. APT, if the mask plays get going, and they might before a 3-day weekend, APT kind of has a 2-day high pretty close to each other. 1848 today, 1859 yesterday. So if it can take out this 2-day high, and we'll know. We'll keep an eye on mask plays. I think Pennsylvania mandated masks. I mean, you're hearing a lot of it from all over. So I definitely want to have one mask play on watch. FMCI. I'm not in love with this one, but it's super strong back here. Then a big washout to the 20-day, and then a huge bounce. Now you got a few red days in a row. Today was kind of an indecision day where it closed about where it opened. It did have a big volume move today. Look at this. From here, I'll give you some numbers. This went from a low, and these are 5-minute candles. So in 10 minutes, it went from 1657 all the way to 1745. So almost $1 move in 10 minutes. I didn't get a penny from that. I wasn't watching it, or I wouldn't have taken that anyway. But it's interesting how this thing can get some big moves. Just going back a few days, you see one there, a decent move here, decent move here. If I go back farther, I'm sure you see, yeah, look at that move right there. So, it's definitely one to keep an eye on. Maybe we get a little mini squeeze bounce into the weekend. CULP, let's go back to the daily. I don't think I've ever traded this one. And keep in mind, this is a big volume day, and it barely broke 600,000. So this big spike here was a rare day over 1 million shares. The reason it's interesting, though, it's holding up really well. You had the big spike, the inside day. If anything, should have been on watch for today because you got that 3rd day play you hear me talk about all the time, right? Big spike, red day on lower volume, and then a 3rd day play. So it feels a little bit like chasing, but that 200 day is looming up there at 1140. So somewhere right about here. So maybe we get a follow-through day and a run to that 200 day. It's a good enough reason to keep it on a chart tomorrow. ATHE, couple trades in this one today. A big move. and certainly worth watching tomorrow because you had the gap up yesterday. Fix my mouse here. Got my keyboard angled so the mouse keeps rolling down. And anyway, you had the gap up yesterday and big volume. It closed near its lows, and then today rips through yesterday's high. So maybe some more short covering tomorrow. AXGN. Nice little breakout today. Closing well off its highs, but still big volume. We'll look for a follow-through setup in that one. Sorrento, SRNE. Talked about this one already. It's actually a handsome daily chart. You had this massive move back here, and then it put in this lower high and looked like it was going to fade. Next thing you know, it's curling right back up. So today it topped out at 7. Again, as I said, it's trading over that in after hours. And then if it could open under 7 tomorrow, it would become really interesting because then a break of today's high would be a whole number inflection point break, plus a break of the previous day's high, and this 722 looming just above as a potential secondary catalyst for even higher prices. So that one's on watch. SUNW. Had a nice trade in this one today on a pullback play. I missed the initial move, but really nice volume, and it closed pretty strong. At one point in the pre-market, in the intraday trading, it looked like it was just completely rolling over, kind of giving up on it. Next thing you know, kind of had a strong close, which makes the daily look kind of interesting again. I believe they got a deal. They were noted to be an installer for the Tesla wall, right? The big battery wall or whatever. So that got it going. Certainly worth watching tomorrow for a red to green. BMRA, I like the looks of this chart here. You had a spike back here on pretty decent volume that topped out at 845, and it's really kind of flagging right below that. So maybe a breakout of this area tomorrow. Couple more. BE. You had the big pop yesterday and an inside day today. We're going to keep our eyes on that one. And then lastly, VERO, which I don't think I've ever heard of before. But it's trading in after hours at 462. It was actually up over 6. So by the morning, this may still be gapping big, and it may not be gapping at all. We'll see. But if it's gapping nicely in the morning, potential gap play. 462 is where it's trading right now. Keep in mind, it was all the way up over 6. So potential gap play there. We'll add other gappers in the pre-market as well. Course takers, got a 3-day weekend coming up. Hope to hear that a lot of you spend the 3 days studying like crazy, because that's what professional traders, or GTMIs as we say, going to make it professional traders, the ones that are going to make it, they spend their downtime studying, not necessarily goofing around. And so it's something to keep in mind. I always try to use days off when I was learning this craft, to just spend spend hours just studying charts and everything. So study that course. There's over 40 hours of material. There's plenty to study, and then you'll be able to show up. And by the way, Wayne's doing 3 full-day mentoring sessions for you students, Monday through Wednesday next week. So that's going to be awesome. So it's a great time to study and be ready for that. So that's it. I'm going to leave it at that, and we'll see you all in the morning.